What is up, YouTube? This is your boy, it's She Said, and today we're going to be talking about NASCAR Heat Evolution multiplayer. Today, there was an article released on blogusplaystation.com. Link will be in the description below so you guys can check it out, read it for yourself, and stuff like that. So, today, this article was released, and it's talking about multiplayer features on NASCAR Heat Evolution. And one interesting thing that they talked about is that there will be 40 one interesting thing that they talked about is that there will be 40 player multiplayer races, which is insane to think about for a NASCAR Heat Evolution. Which is insane to think about for a NASCAR racing game in general. So today I will bring you the latest features that they talked about while reading the article that you see on the screen. So hope you guys enjoy this. This is some more information before NASCAR Heat Evolution drops September 13th. Now, on this article, it says, "Hey PlayStation drivers," because it's a PlayStation blog, so it refers to us as PlayStation drivers. So, just in the beginning paragraphs, it talks about NASCAR Heat Evolution, NASCAR racing games, monster games, Dirt to Daytona, and stuff like that. Then, in the second paragraph, it just talks about adaptive AI and how it adjusts to your skill level. So, if you're bad, it's gonna be bad, and if you're good, then they're gonna be competitive. Now, the main thing this blog is about is that there will be 40 driver human player multiplayer races in NASCAR Heat Evolution, which is crazy to think about. 40 players. A lot of people have been asking that for a very, very long time. So basically, NASCAR both on they say PS4, so we will expect this for PS4, Xbox One, and PC to have 40 human player races. Now, what they also talk about is how the multiplayer aspect of the game works. So, before in like the old games like NASCAR 15, 14, and so on, they had the host be like a person in the lobby. So, say I was the host of the lobby, it'd come off from my internet, and everyone that's racing in the lobby would be like subjected to my internet. So if my internet was bad, then the whole race would be bad, laggy, crappy, and all that. But if my internet was good, then the racing experience would be good. But now in NASCAR Heat Evolution, they built a new multiplayer system which revolves around servers, meaning that the server is the one controlling the whole multiplayer lobby, not the host of the lobby. So if the server goes to crap and it starts lagging and whatnot, then we can blame the NASCAR Heat Evolution servers, not the host of the game. So that's pretty cool. Now we actually have dedicated servers to host multiplayer races on NASCAR. Now they also talk about three game modes or three online lobbies that will be in NASCAR Heat Evolution. The first online lobby is called No Rules, which is just basically like literally self-explanatory, no rules. So you could basically crash, you could bump and run, you could go backwards probably. This is mainly for like newer people going into online lobbies. So this is a pretty good mode for like people that want to crash, troll, and stuff like that. Hopefully that's where the trolls are at and stuff like that. Then the next one is called normal, and normal is for players who want to race cleanly, have a friendly race, but still it's like it has an aspect of fun, but you still want to be competitive. Now the last online lobby that we have is hosted, which is basically a private match. So in hosted, you have a racing host, and the racing host decides which players can join the race. So let's say I'm a level 5 and I only want level 5s to race with me. I set that option in the hosted session, so only level 5s or higher can race with me. So that's pretty interesting. So one thing I found pretty neat is that it says that players have the option to join existing lobbies or sessions or create their own session, meaning that you'll be able to create your own session with tire wear, fuel, the amount of players you want, the track, the number of laps, so on and so forth. So you'll have like the time limit, which is 60 seconds, and you can request the number of drivers you want to join or not, and yeah. So it's basically like 60-second startup time, let all the people join in, then you start the race. So the only bad thing about this is that there will be no cautions in multiplayer races, meaning that yellow flags don't wait for nothing. No rules will not have any cautions, obviously, but normal races won't have any rules, which, I mean, it sucks, but we could deal with it, to be honest. And then also, like we talked about earlier, it says finally players have the option to create a private race and invite their friends. This feature is perfect for NASCAR Heat Evolution leagues that want to host weekly races. Now, this is kind of interesting because NASCAR Heat Evolution talks about leagues, and in NASCAR 15 we saw that they try to work with leagues and like online league development and stuff like that, and it kind of failed, not gonna lie. I didn't see many people using it. So maybe hopefully NASCAR Heat Evolution will probably benefit from leagues and stuff like that in like later stages of their game. Maybe it'll be added as a DLC. You never know. Okay, one last thing I want to talk about is that the multiplayer races that we will see in the game will obviously only have human drivers. There are a lot of people that have been asking, can we have AI cars in the lobby to replace the empty spots that human drivers don't fill up? Now, I understand why people want that, but it's a multiplayer lobby. Why would you even want AI cars? Now, if you wanted AI cars, we can ask for maybe, I don't know, a co-op season mode? Yeah, that's what I really want. Also, your starting position is determined by previous lap times at the track. So let's say you somehow got a 30-second lap at Talladega and the rest of the field had like a 1 minute lap as the best lap times. You will start on the pole and the rest of the guys will line up behind you depending on how fast their 1 minute lap was. So the reason why they did this is because they want to put all the players of equal racing ability near each other for a clean start. So let's say there was a fast car in the back and all the slow cars in the front. You wouldn't want that because obviously you'd know there would be a caution lap one before turn one. So NASCAR Evolution actually thought about the drivers and all the problems that would come up in races. Now, if a player quits the race for any reason, their car will disappear from the race, but everyone else can continue to compete for the checkered flag. Players who finish online multiplayer races will get speed points. So speed points are sort of like the thing we saw in offline racing. So I'm guessing you could level up both offline and online. Maybe they're the same character. They're the same thing, I'm guessing. So they're the same profile, and you get to unlock like the level 2 tracks and things like that. And there will also be trophies for PlayStation and Xbox One. There will be achievements to be unlocked for those people that race online. So this is it, guys. This is basically all the information that we got from this article. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Comment down below what you think about this article. I will leave this article in the description so you guys can go check it out. And yeah, this is basically it. This is It's She Said, and I'm out. See you guys later.